Well, thanks for the opportunity to speak here today. I'm just going to give a quick 5-minute overview of our program in the hopes that maybe some of you who aren't familiar with our program can become interested and maybe submit a proposal for funding. I'm a research development officer with the IUCRP, which is the Industry University Cooperative Research Program. And what we offer is called the UC Discovery Grant, which is a matching grant mechanism between UC researchers and California R&D companies. So essentially a company can leverage their research dollars to double the size of a research project that's sponsored at UC. And our program now receives $15 million a year from the state of California, and the intention is to benefit the state economy through benefiting these California R&D companies and hopefully enhancing their competitiveness. So a lot of benefits to companies. First, you have access to UC researchers at all 10 campuses, the national labs, as well as the Agriculture Experiment Station. The quality of the research is high as you conduct this work at state-of-the-art UC facilities with highly regarded faculty and students. Key is the dollar-for-dollar match on direct costs. So again, the company's research funds are essentially doubled. Intellectual property rights. So those are negotiated with the campus at which the research is going to be conducted. Our program doesn't have any IP requirements, so if a company, say, is interested in an exclusive license, the campus treats it as if the company has paid for the entire project. Most importantly is our rapid turnaround of 100 days, and this is 100 days from the day you submit the proposal to the day that the grant and the project begins. And this is important because it allows the work to begin very quickly and while the company is still interested in the research, which is important in many of the fields. And if it's qualified, there is an additional R&D tax credit from the state that is beyond the federal R&D tax credit. So we fund, or we offer grants in 5 areas right now: in biotech, communications and networking, electronics manufacturing and new materials, IT for life sciences, and digital media. And in addition to funding projects within these fields, we also fund interdisciplinary projects, sort of at research at the interfaces of these fields as well. For a year now, we've been running a pilot project. So we want to explore areas that we think are more of interest to the state of California and companies in the state. And these are in the areas of energy and the environment, health and wellness, and rapid application of nanotechnologies. So what makes our program unique is that we fund this sort of multi- and interdisciplinary type of research that's typically not funded by the granting agency. And the hope is that researchers can become competitive and establish a track record for future funding. We offer 2 types of grant. The standard grant is much like an NIH R01 grant or an NSF grant. For these grants, companies must match our direct cost award with at least 70% cash, but the other 30% can be an in-kind contribution. So for matching purposes, the in-kind is calculated at 50% of list price. For major program grants, these involve a large team of researchers from multiple campuses, and here you see the in-kind limit is at 40%. So the justification for this increased in-kind contribution from the company instead of cash is that there must be a strong educational component. So in the past, things like a new laboratory course that's developed as a result of this in-kind contribution is an example. And for major program grants, the interaction between the campuses has to be substantial. So these are the types of projects that we're interested in. On our RFP on the website for the particular areas, you can see specifically the types of projects that are funded. But in general, the reviewers look for very highly innovative, high-impact projects, things that are multidisciplinary, and especially opportunities to gauge both young faculty and any kind of educational opportunities for students and postdocs and trainees. So our program works very simply. A UC researcher and an industry partner, a California R&D company, agree on a mutual project of interest, and it's the UC researcher that submits the proposal. For this proposal, the sponsor agrees to pay for half the direct costs, and then we pay for the other half if the proposal is approved. So they must match our investment dollar for dollar, including their share of the overhead. So it's just half the overhead, since the half on the IUCRP funds is waived. All our proposals are peer-reviewed. These proposals are judged on both merit and relevance. And for relevance, we mean relevance to the research area as well as to the company in the state of California. And the reviewers are responsible for determining eligibility of the company. The reviewers don't consider whether there's a commercial potential for the project, and any research that's funded by UC Discovery Grant must be conducted by UC personnel at UC facilities. As I mentioned before, the 100-day turnaround time. So during this period, after proposal submission to project start date, the company works with the UC campus to execute the research agreement and any IP conditions that are necessary. So the project must begin within 100 days. And finally, our research projects can range from 1 to 4 years, depending on the time commitment or the money commitment that a company is interested in. And dollar for joint funding ranges from $50,000 all the way up to $5 million. And we actually don't have any upper limits for funding, so it can go higher than that if it's well justified. These numbers are from the end of 2005. So over about 10 years of the program, we've had over 800 partnerships, and of these, over 600 UC researchers have participated, about 1,200 trainees, and over 450 companies have participated in UC Discovery grants, and of these, 52 have been startups. So it basically comes out to about a $280 million joint investment in California R&D thus far. So if you're interested, we have a website with information about all the fields. You can call our office if you have specific questions. If you want to come on our website, we also list upcoming events, so such as this one, which is supported by an Opportunity Award, which is a small grant for any kind of workshop or seminar that really brings together industry and academic communities. And we have 3 proposal cycles. So October, January, and May are the deadlines. Our next one is May 17th for proposal submissions. It's all online. So we hope that you will consider submitting a proposal to us. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.